Hello and welcome to the Thirsty Gamers. My name is Zach Crawford, and this is my review of The Psychiatrist. The Psychiatrist is published by Broadsword Entertainment Group. It plays about 5 to 30 minutes, and it's for 2 to 10 players. The Psychiatrist is a party game that you get a group of friends together and you break out this little card game. In The Psychiatrist, you are playing as a psychiatrist that is trying to figure out what the group's symptom is. So the group will have, random symptoms like, oh, you always have to touch your elbow as you answer the questions. You have to say each letter of the alphabet, like starting with A through Z. In each question that you'll get asked, you have to answer with that letter. You might have to touch the person beside you all the time. You might have to think the psychiatrist is gonna murder you or be this evil villain. It's a cool balance of trying to figure out in a hilarious way what the person's trying to get at, what they're trying to do as a whole, and you'll have this kind of confused look or a shocked or funny look on your face as being the psychiatrist when that person is doing their symptom. All right, first we're going to talk about the components. The box itself is a nice small little box that you can carry. I think that this is definitely supposed to be a mobile game. You can even take the cards out of the box and actually wrap them in a rubber band and maybe stick some in your pocket. As far as the card stock it goes, it's a nice card stock. The design on the cards is very clean. It has a white background and it has your 4 categories on there that they're actually color coded, so you know what the different categories are. There's about 5 or 6 rules cards for the variations of the gameplay that you can do, and each one is very simple. You can explain this game in about 5 minutes. It's all on one card itself, so you're not kind of going through a bunch of cards and reading. There's no paper rule book or anything like that. So I think they did a really great job as far as keeping the game as compact and as small and as easy for this type of game to be. On the cards themselves, there's 4 categories. There is words, actions, situations, and personalities. They're color-coded, and so each person will get a symptom, or the whole group can get a symptom, and then the psychiatrist can just kind of go off and ask people questions. There's a million different ways to play this game. They come with about 5 or 6 different variations. You get to pick and choose what you would like to do, and then you kind of go from there. There's some of them where, the psychiatrist is just asking the group as a whole, and the group as a whole has one symptom. The second version is there might be like a timed one where everybody gets a symptom, and then the psychiatrist is trying to guess as fast as they can. There is group rules, or there's 2 psychiatrists. The best way that I like to play it is where everybody has their own symptom. I think the game just flows better that way. When you have just the whole group as one symptom, I feel like some of them are really easy, and that the psychiatrist can get them really fast, and then the whole group doesn't seem to participate. So I think my group really liked it that way, where they actually had their own thing. And then, the group, as you pass the card around to get your symptom, each person will look and say, oh, that's pretty funny that you, and they'll know what the other person is. The other thing too is that the game, you don't actually have to buy the physical copy. They actually made a app called Psychiatrist the Game, and it's for Android and Apple. And it's for $1, and you can go and download it, and on your phone it has the rules, everything's laid out just like the actual physical game. It actually has where you can actually pick what category you want, like words, personalities, and so forth, and then you get to see what your symptom is. It's very intuitive. It's very clean, just like the game. If you don't want to, buy the physical game, you have your choice there. As far as my thoughts for the game, this is a great solid party game. I think it does kind of like if you ever watch Whose Line Is It Anyway, the dating game, or any type of game or party game that you've had some type of personality or some type of thing that you are that no one isn't. and you're trying to guess what that person is. It does it very well, it does it very clean. There's really no flaw in the game, except for Like I said, the base game is just the whole group is one symptom. And if you're playing with 10 people, the max people, or even like 6, 7, 8 people, and everybody has one symptom, I feel like some people just kind of get left out. But I think it has that good mix of if everybody has their own symptom, or if you're playing in a smaller group and everybody has one symptom, then I think it works well. So for my final rating for this game is 7 out of 10. This is a great, solid family filler, but I could also see this at college parties or little get-togethers. So it's a really, really great game to bring out when people are just kind of talking. You're like, hey, I have this cool little pocket game here. Would you guys like to try it? So as always, guys, stay thirsty for games, my friends. Bye bye.